So this part of the session will focus on sharing with you what activities or stress management techniques we can use or employ to reduce specifically the stress related to our work as HRDs. For physical coping or physical stress management techniques, everything starts as usual or as expected with eating properly and on time and taking care of personal hygiene. Okay? So eating properly and on time means not going for the sugary drinks or the too salty food, trying to have a balanced diet. So that means if you ate so much protein today, then maybe tomorrow you should eat more vegetables or fruits. So keeping it balanced very much helps with our whole well-being, no? Not just our mental health. So eating properly and on time is a good place to start or a good activity to start with to take care of ourselves. Okay, so it's a good stress management technique or self-care practice. So same with taking care of personal hygiene. Of course, if you don't feel clean or handsome or beautiful, then of course that will have negative mental effects on our mental health, right? So taking care of personal hygiene, and then there's exercise. So with exercise, you don't really have to go to the gym. As long as you keep your body moving with a little brisk walking or just stretching or making a report in the office, that's enough exercise just to keep the blood flowing. So there's also activities that make you feel in control, such as sports. Physical activities are the most direct way of dealing with stress because you are shaking off your negative energies. Imagine a puppy shaking away the stress from a fall after playing with its sibling. So they just shake it off. They physically try and shake off stress, and then you'll see that they'll be all happy and smiling and playful again, right? So just the same, we can copy the puppy's reaction to stress. So look for a physical activity or vent to reduce your stress energies. So keeping yourself busy is equivalent to less worry because you're shifting your focus, which is why physical activities are very much effective. Next, we have social. So socializing is another way of dealing with stress. Be it with another person or group of people or your pet, socializing is one of the most effective ways to deal with your stress because the logic being shared burden is equivalent to less individual weight or less stress for yourself, no? So sharing personal experiences, having cathartic sessions, help keeping your stress levels to a manageable scale. It helps shift your attention from the stressor to something else. And socializing with people who have positive attitudes are even better because having healthy relationships with people who understand and sympathize with you and people with positive energies tend to share those energies with other people. So next is cognitive. So everything starts with a thought, right? Thoughts evoke feelings. Everything starts with a thought, and thoughts evoke feelings or emotions, and emotions create or push for behavior, which in turn reinforces or helps develop new thoughts. Therefore, having positive virtues or outlooks is a sure way of keeping stress levels low. So in cognition, if you want to improve your stress levels or lower your stress levels, you also need to keep using your brain, no? You need to keep thinking. So next is spiritual. So for some people, having a deep relationship with God, whatever the religion, helps in keeping stress levels low. It lends hope and strength to survive everyday trials, and it helps bring peace to your spirit. So another aspect of our well-being that can affect or help lower the effects of extreme toxic stress or toxic stress in general is by taking care of our spiritual health. So a few other tips that I usually give to human rights defenders. You need to learn to pick your battles, learn to take care of the people closest to you, of course, as well, but take care of yourself first. If you do not take care of yourself, then you won't have that much to give to other people anymore. And that just leads to burnout, compassion fatigue, and low compassion satisfaction level. So there will be times that you feel low. It's normal. Learn the difference between pain and discomfort and don't lose hope. Learn to take care of the people closest to you because they will serve as your immediate support, but take care of yourself first. Other forms of self-care. So there are actually, if you just key in self-care in Google right now in your browser, you'll see a lot of results, no? And they'll be giving you all these advices, suggestions. But here are the most common and most effective practices for self-care and stress management. It's acts of kindness or developing skills of empathy and even sympathy. And then there's self-hug or self-tap. You just put your own hands over your own shoulders or elbows, I suppose, and then just hug yourself or just tap yourself and tell yourself that you did good, you did a good job. And that's cheesy, that's corny, but it's a lot. It helps a lot, even though you do not recognize or know of it. Next is prioritization. You prioritize so that you can focus on solving other problems. Okay? Learn to say no. Those that I know of, most human rights defenders just cannot say no to their clients. That actually emphasizes the need to learn to say no. Because not learning to say no or simply not saying no to everything will just get you abused and just stressed all over. So learn to say no. Next, practice compassion and gratitude. Next, we have acknowledgement of feelings and emotions. And then we have mindfulness-based activities such as mindful breathing, body scanning or tracking, grounding, increase awareness, etc. So next is psychological first aid. If you have not yet heard of psychological first aid, it's a tool recommended by the WHO to be used originally for disaster ravaged areas, but we at MAG adopted psychological first aid as a tool to keep ourselves sane. So you can apply psychological first aid to yourself. The principles of psychological first aid are prepare, look, listen, and connect. So prepare, make sure you are prepared for whatever stressful situation that you might go into. Look, so be able to constantly monitor your stress levels, your reactions, your behavior, and listen. So listen to your body. If your body says that it's safe, then it's probably safe because your body knows better what you experience. You may forget cognitively, but your body probably do not. The last of the principles of psychological first aid is link. So just with clients, if you feel overwhelmed or not up to par, you can seek help or psychosocial support. Next is get professional help.